All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, the Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, the rulers teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Nathaniel from the GMS camp Atlanta, coming back into the spirit with another lesson. Pray I hope this is edifying. Now, in this lesson, we're going into this new bill that was just passed. So the House passed a new controversial bill that expands definition of anti-Semitism. It's basically, this is the end of what you would call free speech in America. All right, the end of the so-called First Amendment. Be quiet, boys. All right. So, we don't have to go over to the bill. We already know what it's for. This bill is basically to silence any dissent against those that are oppressing, those that are doing things that the public are against. Okay. But ultimately, this is really for the men of the Lord. All right. So I'm going to play this quick video because this is who their true target is. So you can know. And their true target are those that are chanting down their kingdom, okay?
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
I wonder why. So you heard her say the major problem with Israel is the younger generation of the so-called black community. The reason why that is, it's something that no one's saying. Is like she don't say that. It's because we're telling the truth about what's going on and with them in the world and who the true people are. All right, and that those ones that call themselves the people of the book are not the people of the book, or at least not in the capacity in which they say they are. Okay, because they fit none of the prophecies. So this is one of those times where we're moving into perilous times. Okay. We're moving into perilous times, and now everything has to be seasoned with salt, okay? When you speak, you got to speak eloquently when you're talking to somebody, all right? So, we're going to start off, I got a couple precepts queued up, but we're going to start off with that. This is Colossians 4 and 6. This is Colossians 4 and 6, and it reads, I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So you got to understand where we are in this time. We're not in a soft time. We're at the end of this thing. So we're about to witness, the bloody man coming down with great wrath. All right. And this legislation that they're putting in place is just a precursor to Amos 8 and 10 or 8 and 11. Okay. Because eventually they're going to come down, because they're not going to endure silence. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to even quote that. I'm going to bring it out in just a second. Let me. All right. So it says, so you got to redeem the time to understand where we're in. We're not in a time to where you can be like, oh, I hate Esau and cousin. No, we're not in that time. Right now, we're just in the time of teaching, man. As the bishop said this morning, as Elder Apostle Tahar put in his video yesterday, his public service announcement, just teach, man. Just teach. We were in that phase where, we were in that phase where, I can't say I hate the white man and blah, 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 and da, 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 and yelling at people down the street, calling people lower and going in on them just because, that time is over with. All right. Then we elevated to a new level of, teaching. And now we got to elevate to another level of teaching. Okay. Because now we have to apply wisdom in the scriptures more in depth, because these people are actually targeting us. Okay. You see that we are a threat. Why are we a threat? Because of the prophecies, okay? The scriptures say that he revealeth nothing. He revealeth his secrets but unto his prophets, roughly paraphrasing. So if we're the prophets concentrated over here in North America, and we're the ones chanting this kingdom down, and they're all the way over there in Israel, we're a threat because they have control over America. So if they have control over America and we're chanting America down, by default, we're chanting them down too. So we're a threat to them. And they know this. It's just that our people don't understand this. Okay? So I'm going to read that again. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Let your speech always be with grace. Always with grace. Okay, graceful speech. Very, very full of knowledge, full of poise, you know, graceful speaking. If you let's look up that word grace. Okay? Let's look up that word grace. Let's see what that word means. Because, we can say grace, but what is if I can grab it? Let's see what this word means. And it says seemingly effortless, beauty or charm of movement, form or proportion, a characteristic or quality pleasing for its charm or refinement, a sense of fitness or what's it? Property. And then we go to the etymology. Let's look at the etymology. It says God's grace, God's unmerited favor, love, or help. From the Old English, pardon, divine, grace, mercy, favor, thanks, elegance, virtue. Now let's just say, okay, you want to speak with elegance and virtue. All right? With favor, esteem, regard, pleasing quality, goodwill, gratitude. You see? So when you speak with grace, you're speaking with poise, you're speaking with gratitude, you're speaking with elegance. Okay? What you're saying is stuff that people want to hear. It makes it more palatable to the ear, if you know what I mean. Okay? And it makes it to where they can't gainsay against you. Okay? I mean, so going back, it's like, yeah. All right. So going back, it says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You see, so you have to be able to see. This is why you have to be knowledgeable in every matter, large or small, because you have to know how to talk to people, man. Talking to people in the scriptures talk about how a soft tongue turns away wrath. Okay. So you want to make it to where you're spotless, you're blameless. If they're doing something to you, it's because they're just evil. All right. So I'm gonna grab another precept real quick. This is Luke, the book of Luke. The book of Luke 21 and 21. I'm gonna start at verse 15. You know what? No. It's Luke 21 and 15. It says, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which your adversary shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You see that? So this is what knowing these scriptures is all about, is being able to put things into a manner in which your adversaries cannot gainsay or resist. And that comes through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, of course. All right? So this is why your speech has to be seasoned with salt. We need to elevate to another level, because we can't get this devil any type of reasons to come down on us, even though, as the bishop said in his video this morning, these other camps ain't going to do that. They're going to take all these camps and lump us all in together and come down on us together, because that's what the whole goal is. This whole thing with the world, coming down on Israel and all that stuff, man. That's part of it, but the real reason is because of the men of the Lord out on the highways and the byways, and they know that, right? Because what did the scripture say? All right, this is what the scriptures say about that. It said, well, give me 1 second. I'm about to pull it up. Slack it. All right, so this is Amos 5 and 10. So I'm going to book of Amos 5 and 10. And it reads, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. So they hate us. They want us to entertain lies and, fall into the trap of this wicked ass world that we're in. They hate us that come to the gates of the nobles and tell them what they're all about. You think they want to hear this? You think they want to hear the downfall of their kingdom? You think they want to hear that they've been trying to hide all this stuff because they're trying to set up their enterprise? They can't set up their enterprise if all of the evil that they're doing is out in the open for everybody to see. If it's out in the open for everybody to see, then you can't get away with it. That's why everything has been hidden for so long. But it doesn't matter the legislation that they passed at this point. The cat is already out the bag. All right. So now I'm gonna go to Timothy, 2 Timothy 4. 4, and I'm gonna go to verse 3, and it says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Now, of course, this is starting talking about the Israelites, but this is going to be applied to Edom. They're not going to endure sound doctrine at all. They're not going to want to hear what we got to say. Okay? So we have to make sure that we're in a mindset and in a position to where the only thing that we're speaking about are those things that are in the scriptures, and we're doing it with poise, we're doing it with elegance, and we're doing it with grace. So they can't say they can't even get angry at how we're talking. Okay? They can't even get angry at how we're talking. The only thing they can do is just show their horns and their hatred toward us. Okay? That's the only thing they can be able to do, because you won't give them any ammunition. You won't give them any fuel for the fire. All right? You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, that's why when you go to the book of Philippians, right? You go to the book of Philippians and you go to the 2nd chapter, it says, I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Yahweh, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. You see that? I was just saying that. That's a spirit. Because now they can't say anything. They just gonna have to come down on you. Because they can't find anything to say about, or in your personal life you clean, on the highways and the byways you clean, everywhere you look you clean, as clean as you can possibly be. All right? So they can't do anything. And this is gonna piss the Lord off. Because it's like, okay, my prophets ain't doing nothing but what I told them to do. So now I'm going to lift up the standard against your ass, because the Lord is definitely going to lift up the standard when they start coming down. All right? Things are going to start happening to them that are totally unexplainable in the carnal world, but in the spiritual world, we're going to know what's going on. Okay? So it says, I'm going to read it again. It says that ye may be blameless, harmless, the sons of Yahweh, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked nation, a crooked and perverse nation. Is that not Babylon? Is it not Babylon a crooked and perverse nation, twisted up? You see? She says, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So we're the lights in this crooked ass system. Because when it refers to world, it's referring to the system, the world that we live in. It's not talking about the earth, it's talking about the Babylonian world, okay, that we're in. We're in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. I mean, we're in a place where a mother will have a child by a man and then deny the man the child just because she don't want him to see it, but then still want his money. And then say some shit like, why don't you fight for your child? Well, why do I have to? It's mine. Why do I gotta fight for something that's mine? You see? Perverse. But Babylon puts these stupid ass ideas in people's heads. It's not just women, it's men too. I was just using that as an example. Slakia. Okay? So you got to make sure that, when we're out there on the highways and the byways, because things are about to start turning up and speeding up, man. You know, we got to make sure that we're out there and we're just teaching. We're just elegantly teaching, gracefully. You know, we're not obnoxious. Okay, we're not doing anything that we're not supposed to do. We're not bringing anything to camp that we're not supposed to bring. Only thing that we're doing is teaching. Okay, only thing we're doing is teaching. All right. So I'm gonna grab one more precept, and I'm gonna go to the book of Matthew, and I'm gonna start at verse 24. It says, "For the disciple is not." No. I'm gonna start at verse 23. Let's go to 22. And it says, "And ye should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth it to the end, endurance, the same shall be saved." Because the Lord only wants the strong. He only wants the ones who got this thing, man, and can hold on to it. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Revelation, I believe it's like the 14th chapter, it says, "Blessed is he that keepeth his garments." Okay, you stay in his truth. Could be wrong. I know it's in there somewhere, so it's lucky if I quoted the wrong chapter. It says, "But when they persecute you in the city," it says, "Flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone other the cities. Ye shall have not gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come." Verse 24, it says, "The servant is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord." So if they persecuted Yahweh Shai, they're going to persecute us. We many Yahweh Shais. Okay? If they hate Yahweh Shai, they're going to hate us too. All right? That's just the way they go. That's what we signed up for. Okay? So, just wanted to do a quick lesson on that. I just want to do a quick lesson on that. And, Lord willing, it was edifying. Ended off by giving all praise, going honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Until the next time I say shalom.